But yeah, the problem is the range.
Oh, well that stair is good. For something.
Yeah. So this looks vaguely useful. I'm not sure why.
Well, you
We
won't be
gotta
able
go
to make
further
that jump.
in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
no way I'm making that jump.
So you just need to reposition the ball just a little bit in. Will it be okay on sand? Yeah, it should be.
Yep. Okay, this is probably fine. Yep. There we go. Oh.
Whoa, it's really echoing.
I almost kind of wish instead of shouting at it, they'd actually sing. Like, that's kind of what you're getting. Not quite. You know what, actually? The soundtrack really reminds me of The Holy Mountain.
The Holy Mountain? What's that?
A bad movie.
Okay, tell me about the Holy Mountain.
I think it's allegorical for Jesus to some degree and a bunch of other things, but, like, not really. It was probably, like, a really artsy French film, but it was...
And when did you watch it?
Back on, the computer science. Do you think we... Like, I could probably just say the organization and, like, it wouldn't matter, right?
Probably. It's been, what?
Years.
About 6 or 7 years since
I
many of those
graduated?
people would have
Yeah.
left.
So it's not like almost any of this would actually come back to bite anybody for the most part. It's one of those where it's like, I realize the more I talk about my life in, like, very specifics, people are probably going to find me. But, like, straight up, one of my distant cousins watches my content. If he wanted to, like, out me, that'd be mad easy. And honestly, like, it would not take very long to sleuth my name. Okay, it's an Alejandro Jodorowsky movie. So somebody else knows about it, or he Googled it.
And what happened?
God, I don't even know. It's like 2.5 hours of nonsense. Is the best way to describe it. But, like, it starts in, like... I'm gonna call it, like, a makeshift Mayan-looking, like, town? Okay, you've seen it. It's like a makeshift Mayan-looking town. Where am I going? And why am I going here? Oh, to get this ball. Because we need both. To get the red gate open. I got it.
So what happens with the Mayan-looking town?
I think that it was like... It had frogs or something.
What is that?
It's another ball.
But it seems to be covered by something.
Yeah. What if they're
Or like it's a
meteors?
meteorite, yeah. It does look like it crashed there. You guys shatter it instead?
Yeah, it looks like we broke this one. But it looks like the trails are kind of taking us this way.
It's acquiring enough kids.
Yeah, maybe. But effectively, like, the Mayan town is, like, filled with frogs, and it's, like... Or, not Mayan, Aztec, and it's, like, a weird recreation of... I feel like we should just watch the movie or something. Because I literally... It truly is, like... Oh. I wonder if we have more kids shouting the ball, if it'll have, like, a larger
greater
range.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, because they're going over there. Let's keep looking around. Maybe there's another ball. Or...
More balls, more kids.
Yeah. But effectively, it's like this weird, like, pilgrimage journey through, like, weird stuff, and they're going to the Holy Mountain, but not quite. And then the movie, like, zooms out, and you can see the director and stuff, and I don't even know. But yeah, so we saw it on CSH, and then I thought it was amazing just because it was so stupid. You know, a movie that was trying so hard to be deep that, like, it might have succeeded, but it just ended up feeling goofy. God, I'd love to do bad movie nights. Like, really bad movie nights. Unfortunately, I don't know how it would work with Twitch. I don't even know where to find half of these movies. Like, if you'd have to buy them, rent them.
It was surprising just how many of the... What would you consider to be B...
Oh, this is water.
Oh, yeah. It just looked like something that you could drop through.
Well, yeah, it looked like this really awkward, empty zone, and it's like, well...
Yeah, there's another one. But there's a number of B science fiction films from the 50s and 60s and 70s on Amazon Prime and such. And that one also bit the dust.
Is there another one out here? There might be.
There's a light. The glow would be indicative of the presence of another sphere. As to whether or not it will be a complete sphere or just a husk of itself is another question, though. Or if you'll even be able to reach it.
I don't think so. I think that's too wiggly. Whatever that is, that's not... I wonder if we could fly at this point. It's really tempting to just jump and see...
See if you fly.
Yeah,
but...
maybe it won't let me. Because, yeah, I would love to do some kind of MST3K thing, but obviously, like, it would be hard to do that on YouTube.
Some people, what they do is they record themselves talking.
Well, yeah.
And someone has to have access to the footage and watch it along with your commentary.
If I were to do, like, a bad movie night, I'd say, okay, I can't give you the movie. You know, it's on Netflix.
I would almost rather do those 5-minute animatic summaries of...
I mean, we could do both. This would be the sort of thing I would absolutely create a new channel for. You know, like a side channel. Well...
Why divide everything up like that, though?
Because I just don't know if it would fit with everything else. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'd only do it infrequently, so I just have it as, like, a weird playlist of, like, Wander watches this, and then, you know, I'd explain it, you know, first couple of minutes, or I'm like, yeah, this is the movie. You can find it here.
The odd thing about doing live watches of, or not even live in that case, but a recorded watch through of a film is either you're a wisecracker that's talking through much of the dialogue or making snide comments as soon as something happens, or there's going to be long instances of silence as you're taking in dialogue, scenes.
You want to know what the movie Wander was talking about? So the problem is I haven't seen it for like a decade, and it straight up is like 3 hours long. It is not fat. Like, it is not a short movie. Unfortunately. And because there was no cohesive plot, like, if you find any Monty Python movies to be hard to follow, this movie is like 1,000 times worse. I don't see anybody else, so let's try and get down there and see what we can do.
Do you have enough children for the ritual or the song?
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we can't turn into a bird, by the way.
Because did you jump from a higher height than as usual, and that's why the kid went, ah.
Maybe? I guess they do let me jump, though.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they stopped shouting. But there are a bunch of extra kids. Because all we need is, I think, the ability for me to walk up to it, and then maybe I can shuffle it into the right spot. So maybe having enough kids shouting in the, like, the middle of this will do the trick.
Okay. Because the aim is just to rebuild the entire bridge.
I think so.
Are they going to continue to shout? There we go.
Is it working?
Can you look back at the other end of the bridge? It seems to have been able to merge with the path, but the end doesn't seem to have progressed unless you're supposed to go further along.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, there is a staircase. It goes up.
Yeah. Okay.
So now you'll be able to cross.
I'm just gonna re-shout at the thing to make sure that they're motivated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have like a cooldown or if they just keep shouting forever. Come on.
They had stopped when you had abandoned them at that one point.
Problem is, they've got to keep doing it while I run, because...
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to go up this way.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. Just got off work, a little confused as to what's happening right now. Don't worry. We're all confused. We're shouting at balls, and it's fixing the world, question mark. So there's some amount of question on whether or not the world is fixable, should be fixable.
You didn't even need to cross the bridge, or is the bridge, or do you cross the bridge
here.
from this side?
Yeah.
I see. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, because we have to open up the red gate.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling this character, it's like trying to walk drunk. Like, notice how he just, like, kind of veers? I'm not doing that. I'm holding straight.
Is it the wind that's buffeting the character,
I
or the vibrations?
No. I don't know. It's very strange. But it, like, reminds me of, in, like, various MMOs and other games where you, like, drink a bunch of beer and the character starts, like, walking unevenly.
They become inebriated, as they refer to it as, yeah. Maybe you're supposed to grab hold of that rod from the other side? Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's just a door. Okay. There, now
Okay,
there's
we
some
got it.
upbeat music.
I would listen to the soundtrack. Maybe when we're done with this tonight, I'll
Okay.
load the soundtrack up, and we'll just see if we can listen to it for a little while.
Pretty sure through the whole ball rolling sequence it's going to have this, and maybe they're going to add some electronic riffs going through it.
Epic ball rolling. It is hard to look at, though.
Look at the ball
But
because
just
of
the whole
reflection.
game. It's just very, like...
Very jittery.
Yeah.
Everything is in flux and motion.
And it's like, I'm not... Oh. I should probably just let the ball roll.
Mm-hmm.
No, it actually... That's awkward.
Requires your assistance.
Sort of. The main problem is just, like, we're having collision issues going down the hill, so, like, we disengage from the ball repeatedly.
Is that a large sock in the wind?
Yeah, it looks like an extremely large windsock. And a bunch of...
And then there's a bunch of veins getting electrocuted by lightning.
Assuming we go this way.
Oh, and there's another ball. And yeah, they do look like shooting stars or comets. At least they fell from the sky and they were embedded in the earth.
It looks like these ones are inert. Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those where a bunch of these, like, weird things fell and, like, kind of destroyed the world, but they... Just gonna... No, it looks like shouting at these balls does nothing.
Sorry if I seem to be fading.
Well, it is late. I just wanted to get to the next,
The next checkpoint, the next zone.
Yeah, because the next zone should be... Oh yeah, this looks promising.
I wonder if there's going to be a specific mechanic for each zone, or if they're going to build. You know how there are the games where you acquire an item or an ability, and then in the next area you use that in combination with the new item or ability? Or is this going to be the ball rolling level?
Oh, there it is.
Versus the last one being the flight level? Versus...
Probably ball rolling versus flight. Okay, good. There's a wall.
Didn't go careening off into the abyss.
Have we ever played Fract OSC? We did. We never did a series on it, though, because I think we had some kind of commentary problem. Like, it didn't record the commentary, or the commentary was...
Which one?
Bugged. Fract OSC. It was like a synthwave puzzle game.
Oh, I don't even remember it.
We played it a long time ago on launch. We did, like, effectively 3 episodes worth. Back when... I think this must have been back when we still lived in Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And it straight up, like, it didn't work or something.
Then again, at the time, our computers had been old at that point.
Yeah, that was on my laptop, and there were a lot of potential points of failure.
Okay, so this is where we sing again? Because that's the portal, that's the doorway. And there are 2 guards, one at each window. Think it's safe to cross? It seems like that pillar on the right, if you notice, as soon as it gets rebuilt, it gets torn off again. Wait, oh no. Okay.
Oh, it's going.
All that metal is definitely waggling in the wind.
Oh, the storm's starting to devour everything outside.
Oh no, we have to get in time, don't we? It's that instance again. And that one child is lagging behind. Come on, kid.
Go catch up. Are you gonna honk at me, or am I safe?
Now they're letting you in this time. It's because you're with the rest of the ball.
Dang honkers. I think that other child died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there they are. Yay. This is a weird game.
It is, but now we've finally entered the fortress.
At
the very beginning, they hinted about the severity of the storm and the fact that the child was rejected at the door. But now we've finally made it past. And everyone's so tuckered out.
Well, let's take a look inside.
Oh.
This is not what I expected of a bird flying game, and it's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, on one hand, I really enjoyed flying around as a bird, and running around as the kid is kind of awkward. On the other hand...
Oh, there they are. Will that be absorbed or interfaced with the giant spire or machine? I'll have to see what they do. Did it create a mask? Or something else? It's one of the bird masks. It's a drip. If you were to put that on, would you become one of them? Or do you have to give it to one of the children?
Oh.
Wait, what's going on? Or you use it to... as a horn, because they always use it as a horn. Ah.
I can go one of these directions. Okay. But no, this is really weird. And I'm not going to say it plays well, but I'm certainly interested. Oh. I see.
Is it taking some of the kids away?
Yeah. I'm allocating them to... I'm like putting them in the little like room areas. Maybe.
Now that path was one of the paths that the creature took, correct?
Yeah.
There was one off to the left and one off to the right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go each way. Now are the kids gonna... Yeah. I'll come
They're
running
following.
for me. Yeah, because they've opened a way for them. Looks like there might be an upper way for me. Or not?
Well, then there was only one. Because that was the last kid that succeeded in following you.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad for not helping the other ones.
Maybe you'll encounter them later. Yeah, it would be bad if it required more than just the assistance of one to continue. But they ran in and then the door closed behind them. You couldn't have known.
That was weird.
Oops.
Okay.
Let's see if your hat will change.
I kind of hope so. I hated our previous hat. Nope. Still this kid. And I'm not even sure where the kids are going. Because he just ran off to the left over here.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I deleted him from the universe. Farewell.
Well, he seemed to walk into the wall immediately.
Yeah, it like absorbed him.
Unless there are pathways only individuals can see.
Maybe.
Something weird. Or maybe no one was supposed to accompany you.
Yeah. I mean, this game's already been kind of buggy. So, oh, nope. Well,
Oh.
there a child is.
So this is taking you up level by level by level?
Yeah. I feel like we should stop at some point, but I'm, like, enthralled.
Oh, there's some dust.
Yeah, there's dust, but there's, like, weird moving things, too.
Mm-hmm. Something akin to worm fireflies, in a way. What's that?
I don't know. Things are getting spooky. This game kind of feels creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It does. They really nailed creepy. Creepy and intriguing.
I mean, dark, dilapidated environments, hooded and masked figures, children. It's a common trope for children placed in harrowing circumstances being frightening. Because it's not something that a child should ever have to endure. Endure, I should say. Also,
Oh.
what's he gonna do to the kid?
Turned him into a
Turned him
bird.
into a bird. So you can't get close to him, right? Or it was just a distraction so you could pass.
I don't know. Because, yeah, he took all the gold flakes off of the kid and the bird flew away.
I wonder what would happen if you honked at one of those guys. If they would just...
I don't know. I hope we get to honk one. Oh. That's
Speaking
weird.
of, that looks like a kid. Yeah, another kid had succeeded in using their mask.
Yeah, except for they've got, like, robes and stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
So... I'm not sure.
And the way is shut.
Of course it is. Okay. There we go.
Oh, it still keeps going up.
You know, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's no definitive path, but
It feels like it's guiding
left or
me
right?
a little bit. I love the fact that you can see where we've come from. Oh, and the pillars are crawling. Oh. Oh, that's weird. You know, with some more experience and stuff, these guys would probably be really good at making, like, some crazy, like, I almost want to say, like, Blade Runner-esque stuff, or, like...
Oh, with neon lights and city streets and such.
Yeah, and, like... Man, I don't even know how to describe it. This reminds me of some of the weirder sections from... That's where we're at.
Well, because low poly stuff almost resembles
I love
very,
low
like,
poly.
graphic
I love low poly so
design
much.
kind of artwork with abstract shapes.
And yeah, and it looks great. And, you know, I mean, obviously this probably took a while to do, but like, it's such a distinctive look, yet there's so many differences. You know, I brought up Ashen, which had low poly and light texturing. Bound, which had, it was very geometric, and clean and crisp.
Oh, you're on the outside, the exterior of the... Okay.
Yeah, and you can see the storm rolling in. I'm not going to tell you guys
Oh no.
what to think, but I'm going to say that's real dangerous looking. If that's shaking like that, we would already be
Blown
sucked
off the
away
edge of this
probably.
one. Oh no. Fortunately, your spire seems to be immensely thick.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe this is why we have all the masks and stuff. Is the only thing keeping this thing stable is just everybody going, honk!
Everything in place. Like the wavelength.